So we're going to start by coming onto our backs. So let's just make some space. So coming onto our backs, so we can have the shoulders and feet together and the knees out wide, or you can have the knees bent like so. So whatever's comfortable. And just bring the hands to gently rest on the belly, closing down the eyes, softening the face. I'm going to come into the breath, and you can exhale out the mouth for the first few, and then just return to your nose breathing. You can take that breath up to 4 or 5. It's entirely up to you. Just bringing your awareness into your body, bringing your thoughts and attention onto the mat. Noticing how you're feeling today, and always being mindful of any aches or pains, and just catering your practice to suit you right here, right now. Just notice the ribs pressing into the hands as we breathe in. You can take the hands around the back of the ribs as well if you want. Feeling that nice breath in the back of the body as well. If you find your mind drifting or wandering, just slowly bringing it back to the breath as many times as you need. Just going to take a couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly draw the knees towards each other. So take your time. It's quite a deep stretch we've been in. Feel it. And just take a moment to see how you're feeling. Take a moment to sit with that breathing. Then we're going to slowly bring that right knee into the chest. Give it a nice squeeze. And just rotate that ankle a few times in both directions. So feel free to flex the toes and the foot as well. I noticed the difference in my body when I didn't do yoga a bit over Christmas and New Year. So obviously we didn't have as many classes because of that time of year. And because I had COVID, I was sort of resting my body a bit. And I have felt the difference coming back to it these last couple of weeks. I was certainly feeling a lot stiffer. And we're going to gently bring that right leg up. So we're going to press that foot towards the ceiling, bringing the toes towards the face. We're working into the right leg and the hamstrings. And we're going to point and flex. Just take a few of these. Nice. And slowly bringing that knee back in. A nice little squeeze around that leg. I'm going to gently drop that right foot to the mat. And let's take it into the left now. So squeezing that left knee in. And take a few rotations with that left ankle in both directions. And feel free to open and close that foot as well. Lovely. And we're going to take that leg up, press that left foot in towards the sky now to really feel that nice stretch down the back of the leg. Feel free to reduce the intensity if there's any pain. And again, we're going to point and flex that left foot, sorry. Beautiful. We're going to slowly bring that left knee in and just give that whole leg a nice little squeeze with both hands. And bringing both feet to the mat. And we're going to just check that we can brush the heels with our fingers like so. And we're going to come into our bridge pose. So I want you to lift up, engage in the glutes a little bit as well, because this is a back bend. And you can make it dynamic. So you can engage the quads and the inner thighs, trying to keep the knees towards each other. Just taking a few breaths here. When you're ready, slowly bringing yourself all the way back to the mat. Just taking a few moments here. We're going to move into an abs sequence. Just a couple of breaths. So when you're ready, we're going to bring the hands either side of the body like so, fingers pointing towards the toes, palms facing onto the mat. And we're going to lift both legs up in the air. So we're going to start with our leg raises. If you feel like you're gripping the mat for dear life with the hands, just reduce the intensity. We're going to take a nice inhale. As you exhale, we're going to slowly lower the legs towards the mat. So find your hover point. You can tap the abs, check they're engaging. Inhale to lift. And again. So just keep going with your own breath. Lifting on the inhale, lowering on the exhale. So the idea is that we exhale at the point where we're engaging the abs. So we're giving space for the abs to work. Wherever you're at, maybe do 2 or 3 more. You can stop if you want. That's entirely up to you. And when you're ready, just slowly draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice little hug and a gentle rock from side to side. And slowly release the feet to the mat. We're going to just take a few breaths here before we move on to the next sequence. So just while you're resting, the next sequence, we're going to keep the knees bent towards the sky. We're going to bring the hands either side of the head, and we're going to inhale as we lift up. Exhale to release. Oh, sorry, the other way around. So we're going to exhale as we lift. Inhale to release. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, as you lift up, you can bring the elbows to the opposite knee, like so. as we come up. So it's your choice. So let's just take 2 more breaths together. And when you're ready, we're going to take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to lift. We're working into the abs. Inhale 2, release. Got the option of to the elbow. We're going to aim for about 10. You can do fewer if you want, or a couple more. When you're ready, just going back to that. Take a few moments to rest. We're going to do a couple more abs exercises. And just while you're resting, I'll tell you, the next one we're going to do, we're going to come onto the forearms. You have the palms facing on the mat. And we're going to bring the legs up. And we're going to float them up and down, like so. So just take a few more breaths. Just make sure we have a proper rest between each set. Right, so when you're ready, just lift yourself up onto your forearms. So bringing the elbows onto the mat. I'm going to lift those legs up, find your point, and we're just going to float. You can take the gaze up. And we're going to keep going for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Hold and release. Slowly bring the feet to the mat and gently lower yourself all the way back. So we're going to rest for a few more breaths. And while we're resting, the last ab sequence is going to be the same position, but we're going to take the legs out to the side and over each other. So a crisscross fashion. So just take a few breaths here. Ready? Bring yourself back up onto your elbows. Find your point. And we bring those legs up, and this time we're going to cross over. So let's go. This is working into the obliques now, towards the side of the abs. So we're going to keep going for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Bring them together and slowly release. And bring yourself all the way back to the mat. Just taking a few moments here for the rest. When you're ready, we just going to straighten the legs. We're going to take the arms up. We're going to have a nice big full body stretch. So point the toes, stretch those fingers all the way up. And while you're in this stretch, I want you to rotate the wrists in both directions a few times, and open and close the hands. Up. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly roll over onto your belly. Just bring yourself back onto the mat. We have the hands just near the shoulders, press the tops of the feet into the mat as we come into our cobra or up dog. We're just stretching into the abs, a nice little counter pose. So just adjust your hands where it's comfortable and safe for you. Got any lower back pain? You might want to come a little bit lower. You might want to take the arms a little bit wider out. Be nice, inhale together, and exhale to release, bringing yourself all the way back to the mat. When you're ready, in a couple of breaths, I want you to meet me in tabletop. So just take your time, hands spread out nice and wide, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. So we're going to take our cat-cow breath. So as you inhale, tilt the pelvis towards the mat, draw the belly down, shoulders in towards the spine as the gaze comes up. Exhale, let's reverse that motion, turning the pelvis up towards the ceiling, rounding the shoulder blades, gaze comes down. So feel free to add a few little figure of eights if you want. Come onto the fingertips for a couple if you want. It's your choice. Feel that nice fluid movement in the spine. So we're not rushing this. It's a nice rolling motion. Slowly coming back to your neutral spine. And I want you to keep the hips where they are. Just slowly bring the arms out wide, keeping the palms on the mat. Just bring your heart and your chin towards the mat. We're coming into puppy pose. It's a lovely stretch to the shoulders. Slowly coming up on the inhale. Let's draw the hands back to tabletop, tucking the toes under as we lift the hips, coming into downward facing dog. So pedal the feet, bend the knees. We're drawing that tailbone up towards the sky. So we're working to the hamstrings. You can bend the knees here if it's uncomfortable. Breathing into that lower back as well, keeping it nice and strong in the spine. Nice open shoulders. Nice inhale together. As you exhale, gaze between the hands. And I want you to slowly walk the feet towards the hands. So we're going to come into our ragdoll here. So just swing it out, shake it out, whatever you need. Feel free to bend the knees. Shake the head, nod the head. And just grab hold of whatever's available, whether it's the toes, the shins, the knees, the thighs. And we're going to inhale, we lift the chest, straighten the arms. Exhale to release. And just take a few more. When you're ready, we're going to slowly start coming all the way up. So keep that nice bend in the knees, protect the spine. Coming all the way to the top of the mat. Feel free to come onto the ball of the feet. Stretch the hands up all the way up. Nice big stretch. And release. Lovely. Come back to the mat and we're going to slowly roll the shoulders. Bring them up towards the ears all the way. Just take a few in both directions. And I want you to come into your Shavasana. Bring the feet together. Lift the toes up as you spread them out. Bring them back to the mat. And we're going to inhale as we lift the arms up. Take off the right wrist as we stretch over to the left. So we're stretching into that right side body. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly come back. Switch it over. Let's stretch over to the right. And gently bringing the arms by the side. We're going to take the shoulders away from the ears. Feel that energy through the fingertips as we come into our Tadasana. Soften the face. Feel free to close the eyes. You're going to inhale to rise. Take the gaze up. Exhale. Let's fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back into plank pose. We're going to hold it for a little bit longer. Nice and strong. Draw the heels away. Feel free to come onto the knees. Nice and strong in the core. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let's lower it down. Elbows in, work the triceps. Untuck the toes as we open into upward dog. And downward facing. Breathing in, breathing out. Deep inhale. Exhale as you gaze between the hands. We're going to walk or step feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold. Uttanasana. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Gazing up. Exhale to release. Just take a few moments, come back into your Tadasana. You're going to inhale to rise. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank pose. We're going to hold it a little bit longer again. Nice and strong in the hands. Nice and strong in the shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's take a nice inhale together. Exhale, let's lower it down through Chaturanga. Open the chest. Downward facing dog. From here, I want you to inhale that right leg in the air. As you exhale, bend the right knee, bring the right foot behind the right hand. Turn that left foot 45 degrees to come up into our warrior one. So just check that you're wrapping that left thigh in, putting pressure on the outer edge of that left foot, and you'll roughly hit this apart with the feet. So you want to draw that back hip slightly forward if it's comfortable. So trying to get them in line if your body allows that, bringing the hands up. Bending into that front knee. Nice inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to bring the arms out wide, coming into goddess pose. Just fanning those toes out a little bit. And we're going to bend into the knees. Just draw the heels of the knees a little bit back. You can hold it here, or you can pulse it here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I want you to come up with straight legs. Bring the hands behind you and twine the fists together, the fingers together. Inhale, shoot the heart out, opening the heart. And exhale, we come forward into our nice wide-legged forward fold. This is quite a nice stretch for the shoulders as well. Feel free to release the hands if you want to. And all together, we're going to slowly release the hands anyway, bringing them to the mat wherever they come. And just going deeper into this forward fold. And when you're ready, bringing the hands to the hips, we're going to inhale and come all the way up. And I want you to bend into that right knee as we come into warrior two. So just adjust the feet, bring the arms up parallel to the mat, taking the gaze over towards the right fingertips. So check your alignment here. We don't want to be hunching in the shoulders, so nice and strong, but a little bit relaxed, if that makes sense. So bending into that right knee. You're going to flip that palm, reverse the warrior. Nice stretch into the right side body. And let's make it back into warrior two. And from here, I want you to reach forward with the right hand. Take that left foot in slightly. And then we're going to float up. Bring the right leg onto the mat. I'm going to float that left leg up, coming into our half moon pose. So just take that right hand a little bit wider if it helps. And we're going to slowly start bending that left knee, bending that left arm, gently bringing that knee to the elbow as you bring the foot all the way to the top of the mat to meet the right. And we're going to sweep the arms, coming into chair pose. From here, I want you to bring the hands to heart center. This time, we're going to take that right leg out behind us, coming into a low lunge, bending into that left knee this time, sweeping the arms up, taking the gaze up. As you exhale, sweep the arms behind you, coming into arrow lunge. Keeping it nice and strong. Let's take it back into our low lunge. And from here, you can bring the arms down to the back. So bring them to frame that foot. You can bring the right foot in and come straight into the Shavasana. Or you can shoot that left leg in the air and float through a three-legged vinyasa. It's your choice. We're all going to meet in Shavasana. Nice and strong. Just take a few moments here. I'm going to do the other side as well, if I remember it all. So I'm just going to come to the other side of the mat. Just coming into your Tadasana, making the adjustments that you need to. We're going to inhale to rise. Exhale as you fold forward from the hips, coming down into your Uttanasana. Inhale for your Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back into plank pose, and you can hold it a little bit longer, keeping it nice and strong. Take a nice inhale together, and exhale as we come down into our upward facing dog, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale that left leg again this time. Bending that knee, bringing the left foot behind the left hand. Coming up, warrior two. So check your alignment, bring the hands onto the hip. Just slowly draw that right hip a little bit forward, bringing the hands in a comfortable position for your shoulders and your body. Bending into that left knee, nice and strong. And we're going to exhale as we fan the arms out, coming back into our goddess pose. So just check your alignment there, sinking into it, bending the knees. Feel free to pulse it here, it's your choice. Slowly bring the legs to a straight position. And this time we're going to keep the hands on the hips. Take a nice inhale as we open the heart, and exhale as we reach forward. And you can grab hold of the toes if that's available, or you can just bring the hands onto the mat or keep them on the hips. It's your choice. And wherever you are, I want you to slowly straighten the arms, lift the chest up, bringing the hands onto the hips if they're not already there, slowly coming all the way back up. And we're going to bend into that left knee this time, coming into warrior two on the other side. So again, check your alignment. Nice and strong, breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to flip that arm, reverse the warrior. Let's come back into warrior two. And from here, I want you to reach forward with the left hand slightly. Bring that right foot in a little bit. We're going to bring that left hand to the floor as we flow up into half moon pose on the other side. So we've got the left leg in the air, the right leg in the air this time, sorry. Then we're going to slowly bend that elbow into the knee, bring that right foot down, and we're going to sweep up into chair pose. Sink a little deeper if you want. And we're going to slowly bring the hands to heart center. And this time we're going to float that left leg behind us, bending into that right knee as we come into our low lunge, sweeping the arms up. And let's sweep them behind us for arrow lunge. Sweep up again. Now from here, you can frame that front foot and just come straight towards Tadasana, or you can flow from a three-legged vinyasa with the right leg in the air, coming forward into your three-legged plank, lowering down. We're all meeting at the top of the back. And release. And when you're ready, just shake it all out. And from your standing position, we're going to bring that right knee into the chest. Engage that left glute. And we're going to keep the hands on the hips as we take that right leg behind us, coming into our warrior three. Bring the arms behind, you can bring them ahead, it's your choice. You can come back to your standing pose, or you can bend into that left knee, coming all the way to the mat, flowing through a three-legged vinyasa. Your choice. Beautiful. When you come back to the top of the mat, take a couple of breaths, and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to bring that left knee into the chest. Remember to engage that right glute, so we're not locking out that hip. Bringing it behind you, that left leg coming into warrior three on the other side. So lift that foot up. Don't worry if you fall, don't worry if you wobble. And then we're going to slowly bend into that right knee once, coming into a three-legged vinyasa on the other side. It's your choice. We're just meeting at the top of the mat. When you're ready, I want you to bring the feet mat distance apart. Bring the hands to heart center as we slowly come into our yogi squat. You can stay here for a few breaths. You can just bring the bum onto the mat. Or if you want, you can go through a crow pose before we all meet on the mat. So now we're on the mat. I want you to flex the toes, bring the legs out in front of the toes, micro bend the knees. And we're going to bring the hands either side of the body. We're going to take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to hinge forward from the hips. Release the hands and grab hold of the toes or the shins. Keeping the back nice and neutral, so you don't need to go too far forward. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly. I want you to bring your feet down to the mat like so. Then you can keep a neutral spine, so adjust accordingly. Bring the right foot onto the left thigh, hands behind you, nice big stretch. And if you want, as an addition to this pose, you can turn the fingers like so, so the forearms are away from the body, and you can lift the hips up, coming into a challenging reverse tabletop with that right leg on that left thigh. It's your choice. So whatever you're doing, just stay there for a couple more breaths. Slowly release. And we're going to take that left foot over the right thigh this time and do exactly the same on the other side. So remember, you can add the tabletop. It's entirely up to you. Just got a few minutes to go. So we're going to be coming towards Shavasana in just a couple of moments. So when you're ready, bring yourself back to the mat, releasing that left foot. We're going to bring the feet together like a book. Nice safe gap between the groin and the heels. Inhale as you lift and lengthen. Exhale to reach forward. Neutral spine for a nice inhale. And exhale to fold. Just let it all go. When you're ready, slowly coming up on the inhale, drawing the knees together. And I want you to come all the way to the mat. We're going to do one more pose before we come into Shavasana. And that's shoulder stand or just having your legs up in the air. So I don't like shoulder stand, but if you are going to do it, you're going to lift the hips up, bring the hands to the back of the body like so, towards the shoulders, and you're drawing the elbows in towards the body. But I don't like it. It feels a bit weird for my neck. So legs in the air for me. Yes, we've got about 2-3 minutes to go. So if you're in your shoulder stand, just safely come out of it, just rolling the hips to the mat. We're all going to come into our final Shavasana. Just going to start with breath. Just slowly start to wriggle the fingers and the toes, rotating the ankle. So just any other stretches that you need. Meet me in our comfortable cross-legged position in just a few moments. When you come to your cross-legged position, just keeping the eyes closed and face soft. You're going to bring the hands to heart center and end the practice with our 3 clearing breaths. Slowly bringing the thumbs up to the third eye. I want to thank you all for joining me for today's practice. The inner light in me will always honor the inner light in you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shab.
Thanks very much, guys. So I'll be in touch. I think we'll do another class on Friday.
I think I need to be in the office on Friday morning, so.
Okay, I'll drop an email because I think I've got a couple of meetings tomorrow, but I'll have a check of the diary anyway.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Good day.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.